and gentlemen, let me introduce to you Tia Fuller. Tia Fuller. How are you doing, Tia?
I'm doing great.
Yeah.
How are you doing, Bart?
I'm very good, thank you.
Good.
This is a conversation between two alto players. We already had a connection going, so we understand each other.
That's right.
So I understood you arrived today, right?
Yes, we were actually playing the Vienna Jazz Festival yesterday and going to Umbria tomorrow. So I'm happy we were able to come today.
Yeah. I saw you had a really busy schedule with your quartet, playing all over Europe.
Yeah. Okay. This is actually our first European tour with my quartet, so it's quite a blessing.
And it's the first time you play at North Sea Jazz Festival as well.
It is, yes.
Yeah, a couple of months you were here playing with a Dutch rhythm section to do some promotion for the North Sea.
Exactly. Yeah.
How did that feel?
Oh, it felt great.
What's the difference between Dutch rhythm section and an American rhythm section?
Oh man.
Or is it hard to say after one gig?
No, I mean it's kind of hard to say, but one thing I said the music. And everyone learned the music, so
that's not a difference, is it?
No, it's not a difference. Well, in some cases it is. But
yeah, I understand.
But yeah, it was. Everybody was just really on point, and yeah, we had a great time.
Yeah, cool. And you're here also presenting your third album, is that right?
Yeah.
Decisive Steps.
Exactly.
I did some research, ladies and gentlemen. I was wondering, Decisive Steps. What does it mean?
Decisive Steps, the theme has been moving forward in faith and not fear with anything that anyone experiences or is trying to do in life. And so that's something that I've been kind of preaching to the audiences is if nothing else they can take just tapping into that thing inside of them and moving forward in faith and not being afraid what other people may say about you or what they may think, but just moving forward in that.
Has it something to do with your personal, like you gain more confidence in your playing, sort of?
Yeah. I mean, it's just not playing. I'd say universally, me as a person, even on a daily basis, just trying to rid of the fear and tap into all of those things. And I think on a daily basis we all have different things that we encounter that maybe like, ooh, I don't know if I want to do that. But really tapping into, let me see what my focus and my purpose is and moving forward in that.
Yeah, but it's the same in music, isn't it?
Definitely.
It's like you have to be really secure to do what you want to do.
Very much so. I mean, you know how it is.
I know a little.
No, you know.
And there are some special guests on this album as well. Sean Jones and Christian McBride.
Yes.
Two really famous cats, or at least Christian McBride. And Sean Jones is not really famous with the big audience, I think, but he's a killer trumpet player. How do you know him?
Oh, he's actually a very, very good friend of mine. I played in his band for about 4 or 5 years, from 2002 until about 2005, 2006. But we still play on and off. I'm going to see him tomorrow, actually, in Umbria. And so he's like one of my best friends. And then Christian McBride, he too is more like a mentor. He's always been one of my favorites.
He's one earlier generation.
You know what? I found out we're only like 2 or 3 years apart.
Really?
But he was just on the scene way earlier. I know.
Yeah. And another thing that really strikes me is you play in the for the audience, or they probably know, but you play in Beyonce's band, right?
Yes.
It's an all-female band.
Yes.
And with your quartet, it's almost all-female. Is that coincidence, or is that has it your preference to play with other women?
It was definitely a goal of mine upon moving out to New York, but most importantly is musicianship. And I just ended up playing with the people that I'm closest to, who happened to be female at the time that I had moved out to New York. So Mimi Jones, who I just played with over at Radio 6, who plays bass, and then Kim Thompson, who's recorded on the album, and I played with her for a while. And then my sister Shami Royston on piano. But now my brother-in-law, Rudy Royston, who's a fabulous drummer, he's in the band, so it's not gender specific by any means, but definitely female empowerment.
Yeah, but the Beyonce band is like a 10-piece band or something? All female?
It's all female 10-piece band.
That's kind of cool.
I mean, she's very much a part of she initiated the entire concept of an all-female band because she, with Destiny's Child, she's about female empowerment too.
Yeah.
And so it's
girl power.
Yeah, girl power,
That's right?
So it's it was just real nice to be on tour with her, and even more so to be on an extensive tour like that with 10 other women that are completely proficient in other genres.
Yeah.
Like different, the percussionist is proficient in Latin, pianist is more of like a gospel pianist.
Yeah, because how does it feel for you to play, like, on the one hand, Beyoncé music, really like poppy, loud music, and play with your jazz quartet, which is a totally different discipline in some sort of way? Yeah,
it definitely. And actually, I had to learn a discipline in Beyonce's band just because we were playing everything the same way every single night, which was driving me crazy.
Yeah, I can imagine. Have one solo.
Yeah, you have one solo, and even that, like in rehearsals, I was doing a solo on Me, Myself, and I, which is on the Beyonce Experience, but the sound man was like, "Tia, you keep changing it up, play the same thing." I'm like, I'm not a computer, you know?
I'm a jazz musician.
Yeah, exactly. So I really had to tailor it to starting the same and ending the same.
Yeah.
But I kind of had to train their ears to let them know that I'm going to do something different within the like 12 bars or 13 bars in there.
But does it affect your playing in the quartet as well? I mean, do you start the same way your solos now and end the same way, or is it different?
I try not to.
Okay.
Yeah. I hope not.
No. I think you won't.
That's boring.
Okay. Well, are there maybe some people who want to ask some questions? No?
Hello, everyone.
Does anybody know who this is? This is Tia Fuller. This is your one and only chance to ask her something. Okay.
I'm an open book.
You only play alto?
I play alto and soprano. And flute too, but mainly alto and soprano. Yeah, well, you know, I actually started on flute before saxophone, and I haven't been shedding on it like I should, so I just like, okay, let me just keep it in its case till I get some time to practice.
But you sometimes hear that people who start on a certain instrument, they pick it up and immediately play again.
Yeah.
You don't have that?
Well, I can pick it up, and my sound is always pretty decent. Yeah, and facility is good too.
Yeah.
But it's just as far as like soloing, and it's not as much there as my saxophone.
No.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But I can play it for doubling purposes.
Did you practice a lot on the saxophone? Yes. And what is a lot?
Oh,
just for my curiosity.
Okay. I practice.
Don't kill me.
No.
Okay.
No. Well, at the peak of my practicing, I was practicing about 8 hours a day.
Right.
I guess, I don't know if that's a lot, but and I was in college at the time, and I was able to build my practice regimen around my classes. So if any of you guys are musicians out there and you're in college, practice while you're in college, because once you're out in the real world, you're trying to figure out how to make money and buy toilet paper.
All over the world. That's right. It's a little bit too late now to say this.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What time do you play? 9:30, right?
Yeah, we play at 9:30 in the Volga stage.
So everybody,
so come out if you can.
Come out and see Tia Fuller and her quartet play in the Volga stage at 9:30.
Yeah, very nice to meet you. Oh.
And
to sign the chair.
Please, would you like to sign the chair? This is you're the second here today, but there is already one signature of Alain Clark, which is a great Dutch singer.
Sure.
And while she does this, give a big hand for Tia Fuller, ladies and gentlemen.